Most parents want to raise emotionally healthy children. However, they tend to overlook the key habits needed to create emotional safety at home. I'm going to share 5 things emotionally safe homes do differently, and number 3 may shift how you parent. PTSD. After 20 years of helping families reduce disruptive behaviors, I've seen these simple shifts make a huge difference. When you apply them, you'll spend less time correcting behaviors and more time connecting with your child. Here's one thing emotionally safe homes do differently. Number 1, they welcome all emotions, even the hard ones. So I came across this video. Let's check it out.
Stop crying right now, okay?
Okay.
Are you crying?
No.
Not in...
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm laughing.
You're happy?
I'm laughing.
Oh yeah, you're laughing.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to watch Sophia?
Yeah.
Okay, no more crying, okay?
I think I'm a little bit tired.
Oh my goodness. So let's dive into that one. Well, the first thing the parent did was said, "Don't cry, okay?" It was as if she was bargaining with her not to cry. And then the little girl, it broke my heart when she was so visibly shaking and crying and said, "I'm not crying, I'm laughing." And so then the mom continued to say, "Oh, you're happy?" That was a projection. She was saying that only happiness is safe here. What I realize is that this mom is very uncomfortable with any other emotions besides happiness. So she's projecting that onto this poor little baby. She can't be no more than 2, 3, something like that. She's learning that she has to be responsible for the adult's emotions. Can you imagine that? That is such a hard task. Like, you as an adult cannot bear your own emotions. So now you're projecting onto your child to take care of you. And then she bargains with her further to say, "Oh, you want to watch Sophia? Okay, stop crying." Then at the end, the little girl says, "I think I'm tired." I can imagine it's exhausting trying to take care of another person's emotions, especially the one who's supposed to be helping you manage yours. So as parents, oftentimes in many homes, anger or sadness isn't allowed. Emotionally safe homes teach children that all feelings matter, that it's okay to feel both sad and mad. Now, one of the things that I like to teach my 5-year-old grandson is that although it's okay to feel sad or mad, it is not okay to cause harm to others because you feel that. What I realize is that the reason why people cause harm to other people when they're feeling sad or mad is because no one is modeling what you do when you're feeling these big and heavy emotions. Modeling that is okay to feel this starts with us as parents. Number 2, repair after conflict. I don't know about you, but when I was younger, the adults never apologized to me, like ever apologized for anything, even the most egregious acts. They never apologized. Never. And now that I think about it, I was met with, "Here goes some food. Did you want to go get this?" It wasn't an apology. What I've learned is that rupture without repair causes trauma. All of the ruptures that happened in the relationship, because if we are to be individuals, conflict is inevitable. What you do after the conflict is the difference between building emotional safety or building a trauma-infested environment. Being able to repair after conflict builds trust and teaches accountability. How can we expect our children to trust us, number 1, and be accountable for their actions if we are not modeling what it looks like to repair after conflicts? Please understand, this is very important. Repair after conflict. Number 3, most parents miss this when trying to create an emotionally safe home. Listen to understand. Key word here, listen. So this one is especially for my parents of adult children. How many of us have offered unsolicited advice? Being able to listen, to understand, not to fix, is huge in building emotional safety in the home. I understand it's very, very easy for us to jump in there and want to fix things for our adult children. However, validating first builds safety. Saying things like, oh, that makes sense that you feel this way, or I can see how you got there. And here's one thing that I like to ask my adult children, especially. I ask my teenage this as well too, but I ask, would you like advice or do you want me just to hold space for you? That one question has helped tremendously in my relationship with my adult children. Listening to understand helps to build that safety, even though, yes, these are our children, our journey is different. And honoring each other's journey is part of building emotional safety in the home. Number 4, discipline teaches, not shames. Although this is specific to like weight and weight loss, there are tons of different ways that we as parents can shame our children, even without us even knowing it. Oh, you did that? I can't believe you have that on. You're going to wear that? Why are you doing your hair like this? When we want to help set boundaries instead of trying to ban things, this helps to build emotional skills. A lot of us in our big ages struggle with setting boundaries because we weren't taught how to do that when we were younger. It was like strict, you can't do this. There wasn't a, hey, I notice how this affects you. Let's talk about limiting these types of things so that you can feel better and move better in the world. One of the things that I talk to parents a lot about, especially with teenagers, is to not so much tell them what to do and not to do, but to help guide them in who they're becoming. I love the model of the be, do, have principle. Become the person who does the thing and has the results. So I'm a huge believer of that. Bible says, be fruitful, do multiply, have dominion. So teaching especially our teenagers, the be, do, have principle by actually modeling it ourselves, becoming an emotionally safe parent who does set healthy boundaries, and you will create emotional safety at home. And that is teaching, not shaming. You're teaching them how to become an emotionally safe person so that they exhibit and create healthy choices that lead to emotionally healthy children. Before I share the final one, I do have a safe person checklist, and you can click the link in bio. It will lead you directly to it. It is free. It will help you learn the habits of building emotional safety in yourself as a person. Manage your own emotions first. As parents, I always say we get to go first. If your older children come to you and say that your actions or words have harmed them in some way, and you respond this way, you're not managing your emotions. And us as parents, we have to model what it looks like to manage our emotions. I remember when my oldest daughter told me that she didn't feel loved as a child. Now, here it is. I'm saying to myself, girl, you know how much I did for you. But I had to manage how that made me feel and not project it onto her. So I was like, tell me more. What happened? What did I do or didn't do? I became curious. I asked questions. I got to the bottom of it. And then I finished with, oh, I see how that could make you feel that way. I apologize. That was never my intention. I didn't say, oh, you're so ungrateful. I did this for you and I did that for you, because I had to learn how to manage my emotions. Now, my emotions was screaming to me, oh my God, you didn't get half of this as a child. She don't even know what it's like to have, That's what my emotions were screaming. However, due to me using tools like meditating, journaling, praying, reading my Bible, talking to my therapist, sitting in silence, taking a walk, exercising, doing those things, I learned how to manage my emotions so that I wasn't projecting onto her when I was triggered by something she said. As parents, we have to manage our emotions first, or we are not creating an emotionally safe environment for our children to thrive and become all who God has ordained and purposed for them to be. So those are the 5 things emotionally safe homes do differently. Which one resonated with you the most? Drop a comment below. Let's chat about it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next video.